What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to hop back into the Retribution, our attempts to take over all of the mountain ranges in the old world and secure a dwarven victory, and a victory for the forces of order as we go along. Now, there's been a lot that we've been doing. We've been fighting the orcs in the east, we've been dealing with the Skaven out here, but eventually we are going to deal with these guys. We've had the undead as our ally for a while, and that was only more out of convenience and to give the enemies we had more targets. Ooh, there's High Queen Khalida and the Grand Hero and Arkan the Black. That's 3 Tomb King's great heroes, and that's pretty decent. Niclaus and Joneth are over here, of course, our elite army in the fact that he's got all Iron Breakers, Quarrelers. Yeah, these two armies are pretty badass. We have a few turns before we can declare war on Arkan the Black and his forces.
It is what I know that should
declare war. 5 turns before we can actually engage them. And that'll be all that's said for that. But we are rank 3 for overall strength. And let's go see where Belegar is at. We can go take Iron Rock and worry about Zugrak. Now, Belegar, do we have anything that we can equip him with? Not really, no. He's in normal march stance. Let's take Glippy, get him up close, and then we'll send Belegar himself in and let him deal with the Citadel. Nice little ward save there for us. Alright, so Belegar has taken this, and now we can look to reinforcing him. We've got some Iron Breakers up front, we've got a unit of Hammerers, we have the Scolder Guard, which I think we're going to get rid of along with the Rangers, and even the Skyhammer Gyro Bomber, and even the siege equipment down here for cannons. Now, it's going to take a few turns to get him up to snuff, but let's start off by slotting in a cannon, because it's only a single turn for that, and we will slot in probably a unit of Hammerers, and that will round him out pretty nicely. Now, Glippy, who is doing Glippy type things, we are going to get him Blade Shield so he can be a little bit more effective himself in combat, because he's starting to see a little bit more of the fighting. We do have these large ones over here, and I think that's what we were going to take on. Maybe that's what we were going to do, and I've kind of screwed it up. That's why I wish I could do like longer episodes, longer videos, or just be more aware and cognizant of it as I go along. But we should be able to beat this fight. Close victory, the settlement garrison can go away. And we'll take the Oath Gold.
Summon me if you dare.
This will go a long way towards wiping out the strength of the Orcs and Goblins under Grimgor Ironhide. The key to that right now is to just make sure he can't rebuild more than he already has. Right now he has a lot of money and can do a lot with it, but if we keep Grimuldis doing what he's doing, and Story Deep Brow with him, we'll get the Ruminant Grimnir and Wrath and Ruin, because he's already got his bonuses for the army. That kind of does us there, and the Demon Stump is some place that we can go back up and collect. Thorium Grudgebearer. Now, do we have any Orcs and Goblins coming through the mountains right now? No, we don't. The idea is going to be that we want to swing in and take out all of these. So let's start here, and we'll go up to Amble Peak, then we'll go to the Vale of the Titans, then Blood Peak, Firemouth, and we can probably pull an army through here to take those ones. So let's get him to go to the Great Hall of the Greasus Goldtooth. Nice little solid army for him here. We got Hammerers and other cool, nifty little toys, so that's fine. Joneth has ranked up. We can't get the next rank in Mentor. He's got Stand Your Ground. Let's grab that rank in Purebeard, because we're going to need that to cleanse corruption as we go along.
Time for a reckoning.
Kazran Gundarak is one of his, so let's get the Hardened Armor so that he can work out a little bit better.
For the wisdom of Valea.
And we'll move Joneth just a little bit so he's
and
off
for
our
Lord.
stack. And we got Sparks, who's coming in hot as a runesmith. He's not in a good stance. We have a military access pact with them. We are looking for the Golden Order. Right there.
Now. Hail, Mountain Lords.
Yes, we have
May
military
your
access pacts with him, so we should be able to move through Pfeifdorf, because he was heading up into the interior to go towards Beckhafen, which helps us out. Might have to stop him and recruit some more troops along the way.
Summon me if you dare.
And Pup, you were going to come through this way and deal with Mount Gunbad. We'll see what happens with our Slayer friends, but he can go that way. And then Arimanius can split Glippius and Belegar up.
Target these oath splitters.
We're going to need another army in here is what we're going to need. So we're making 5 grand a turn, and it's pretty good. So what can we get here for lords? Oh, actually, before we do that, let's go in here and repair. We do have the armory, which will give us access to good units once we can upgrade it. Just need a little bit more cash. So next turn, we should be able to do that. And then Zemil Halfhand. I forget what... Oh, you were in Glippy's army, right.
Let us move! The axe thirsts for war.
Because he has a pretty good artillery train. We'll combine those units and see about getting you into Glippy's army.
Grease those axles!
And we'll do increased mobility, because he got wounded when we were headed up here. We don't really want to increase any buildings right now because we're going to be working on this in here. But let's take a look at what we got for lords that are available to us, because we're going to be making 5 grand next turn anyway. Grungy, Disciplined. What we got for rune lords? We have a tough rune lord, Valea, which is a ward save in addition to everything else. I think we're actually going to go with Yanni Deepbrow. No, this one actually just doesn't cost anything. It'll just cost us a little bit of upkeep. So Balky Nogrimling was a interim character for a while, and we're just going to call him Nathis. And what does he have for gear? Nothing really. Oh, we'll give him a charmed shield. Sword of striking. Look at that talisman of protection we picked up, so he's got a ward save in the top. Let's go potion of toughness instead. And for character runes, rune of iron, rune of parrying. Those both work out for a rune lord pretty well. Give him a razor standard, rune of burning, archivist, because the more research we can do, the better. Daughter of Valea. Yeah, we'll do Dwarven Tattooist because we're going to be going into corrupted areas. Don't really need that. We can get a Runesmith Apprentice, just in case. We're not going to be using Slayers with him too much, but we can use a Stonemason. And that looks like about it. So we'll start his army up on the next turn. Unless we can start with some good stuff here. Yeah, we'll do this. Start building him up to go out and try and take the Demon Stump or head up here, because Grimuldis can come down here and take this, and we can come up and reinforce this way, and everything should work out just fine. We'll let the other nations go and see what they do, and see how well we end up, because then it'll be 4 more turns until we can take on the Tomb Kings on our west coast. Of course, got my Dr. Pepper on the go, because, you know, tasty. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it's really, really good to me. Okay, so they brought out Blood Reaper over here. Bone Rattlers got destroyed, so we can bring Pup down into this area too. Or send him further up, which would be good. we are fighting the orcs as a general idea. So we did get our mastercrafted or interchangeable parts, so upkeep for artillery and better artillery options. Let's go with the upkeep on artillery, and then we'll go over this way a little bit more. We're going to need a lot of these because we're going to be using a lot of artillery as we go along. Now Belegar is going to be in there fighting that. We're going to move up here, and if the orcs and goblins want to come fight us, they are more than welcome to. Glippy can handle that. Of course, he's not going to get his artillery train in here just yet. Now, where did that orc and goblin army go? It went here. So we'll head down and take the demon stump that way. Nathas, we are going to get you some more graybeards and such in there. And we're also going to start getting you some artillery. Joneth's units. Joneth Redbeard is doing good. Can't get the next rank of mentor yet, and his last skills are unlocked. So we'll grab hard to hit, then we can grab these two and finish him off that way.
Onward.
While we're doing this, we'll get our engineer in here. Yeah, we'll go ammunition for right now. Don't really need the extra mobility. Sparks, we are going to actually send you into March stance because we're going through the Umi's lands. So we're going to go up towards Beckhafen, and we're going to try and just raid this and then pull into the mountains. All the fighting in the mountains is what we're looking for. Now Pup's basic army, we're going to pull up this way and see about going down and digging on the Desolation of Drakenmore, or just going along the mountains and going down near the Silver Pinnacle, which will be just fine. What are our diplomacy options right now?
Everqueen.
Never by the praise Sigma.
He's a Sigma, right?
So,
Now, we still can't get a alliance with the Golden Order. Who are they at war with? Warriors of Chaos, the Deceivers, which we haven't seen yet, which we're probably not going to see because that's the way the Deceivers work. Alright, so Hero hasn't
the
moved.
throng is mustered.
Alright, Manius, we'll get you to assault the garrison. We'll keep you working on that.
To war.
Bob Barra's Keeper will get training, because he's part of the army there. We don't have the money to upgrade like I was planning on, because I'm a little bit silly.
It is time.
That's fine. Where is the High King? Because he's not going to be stopping at the Great Hall of Grease's Gold Tooth. We're going to pull him through to the Valley of Horns. And we got two grudges in the Book of Grudges right now. We've got Raid Beckhafen, which we're on our way to do, and raid any region belonging to the Greenskins, which not difficult at all. And where are we strength-wise? We are still rank 3. What is the strength rank overall? Western Provinces and Attain.
Tyrion.
Now, are we allied with either of them?
I will weigh what you have to
No,
say
we aren't.
and the merit of your actions.
Can't even get a non-aggression pact with Attain right now. Alright. So that's fine there. We may not get the elves on our side, but shouldn't be too hard to deal with.
I'm listening.
Karak is much weaker than
My
us.
kin, the throng of Cadrin welcomes you.
We still can't confederate with them, which is weird. I don't know if that's a bug or anything, or do we have a confederation? No, that's pretty decent. So, yeah, what do we have for available outposts? I don't really want to do it with any more dwarf armies, but Reichland? Is there a place that we can go to get us some really good troops? Let's see. So the Empire owns Zufbar. Oh, there we go. Construct an outpost there, we'll get access to a lot of cool stuff, including Demigryph Knights. So we'll build that, and Demigryph Knights coming in will give us a massive cavalry boost. Four units of those with some dwarven frontliners and dwarven artillery. The only other better thing that we could do is 2 units of those and 2 units of Sisters of Avalorn. but I doubt that any of the Wood Elves are going to want to help us out right now. Alright, so Glippy's going to take a hit here, and we'll have to restore his troops afterwards. We're going to lose 1 unit of Slayers on Grimuldis. Not being pushed back too far, so that's good. Just a little bit of strain on our heroes. Alright, so Thogrim, we're going to need you to take the Valley of Horns. Take that over. Had some defensive bonuses. What is the... It's Karaks, that's the top there. And then we need Amber Peak. So we're going to actually get you to move out and head towards Amber Peak. We'll get you Karaks after that. The High King can get the next rank of Mentor. It's going to help us out. Glippy, you have... We'll get you Tactician, because that's where we're working towards. Emmy has got a level as well. Pretty much do it down the line. Grimuldis. Let's get you Foe Seeker. And your Rune Lord has this all maxed out, so let's get Wrath and Ruin to make your Rune Lord even better. There's no more leveling up that we need to do. So Glippy, we are going to put you into Encamp stance. And move you here. And then we're going to get you some additional forces. You've got 3, 6, 7 great weapons. Or... Wow, brain. Quarrelers with great weapons. That's what I'm looking for.
Aye, lad, what can I do? It's on wheels, lad. Lun's air. I stand defiant.
Got one more turn on Belegar to be ready.
Revenge incarnate.
Now, Glippy, you can't... Oh, there is... It takes you out to the Frozen Sea. Oh, that is a backdoor into the Wolflands down here. Now, Grimuldis, you've got a fair number of really strong units, but you also have a really hurt Lord. If we throw you into camp stance, move you here. Got regiments of renown we can put in here, but we can just take a couple of units of giant slayers, make those even better. And if we go like this, combine those, get another unit of giant slayers. Let's actually get the old grumblers.
By the grudge bearer's will. Bring them! Arg them!
Alright, so that'll be good. And then Niclaus.
You dare.
How many turns have we got before we can declare war here?
No, it is what
3 more terms.
For the wisdom of Valea, what?
So we'll move them into position. Sparks, we're going to send you on a screaming tour all the way up to Beckhaven. So what we're going to do is, where does it turn into Beckhaven? Right there. Sparks will take the shortest route all the way up there, and then we don't have to worry about him. He'll just be resolved after we do everything else on our turn. And Pup, you are going to continue along the mountains using the underway. We're going to get you up here and drop you in somewhere up here.
I'll cast the runes.
And Nathas, you are freed up a little bit. We've got 4 and 4, so let's make it 5 and 5. Can't get another cannon in there right now. And we don't really have anything else for neat stuff, so we'll just get a couple there. We do have a little bit of coin, and Sahar... Oh, they got a wall going on. Alright, Manius is off the board for a little bit. We'll let the other nations go. Now with luck, in the next 3 turns we'll be able to just start a whole bunch of wars. Of course, things could go horribly, horribly wrong on the West Front. In fact, we might just grab a small little army and send them out there to help. But Grimgor's Ardboys have been reduced in strength a significant amount, and they're no longer threatening to engulf the world, which is good. So what I think we're actually going to do is we're going to go all the way over to Skavenblight, and we're going to get a basic troop-style army. Alaric Ranulfson is one of the heroes that we absorbed. Grungy, disciplined. Yeah, let's go with the Disciplined Lord.
Time for a reckoning.
Let's go with Greenbeard. Draxlayer. That'll work. Okay, Realm Archer, Inspiring Presence. Let's get the stuff that's really good. Do we have any gear to give him? I don't think so. So what we can probably do is forge him up some. So we have a fair bit of Oath Gold now. Let's try and get something other than the Iron Warder's Hammer. I'd love to get the Dragon Slayer's Axe, because that'd be cool. Let's go with the Gatekeeper's Hammer, actually. There's 200 of our gold. For armor, down to the blue armors. Dragon Slayer scales, physical resistance, and causes terror. Yes. For talismans, though, we gotta be a little bit careful here. Can't forge the Ring of Grimnir yet, which I would love to be able to do. Iron Warden's Wardstone. We have enough to make one more item. That's Ironbeard's Ring do, weakness to fire damage. Nope. He's not going to be a Slayer. Let's just grab the Old Guard's Tankard. And enchanted item. We have up to here that we can do, so we'll actually do the Old Guard's Keg. That should do it for this guy. Dragon Slayer Scales. Gatekeeper's Hammer. Old Guard's Tankard, and Old Guard's Keg. Don't have any more character runes, unfortunately. We're not going to be able to build those up, but we'll get the Rune of Burning in there. Get an Archivist to make our research go faster. Brewmaster comes in handy. Daughter of Valeas are just worth their weight in gold, just like Dwarf Brides are, but we haven't got enough of them yet. Tattooist isn't going to make a big thing. Grudge Keeper, maybe, because we can send him over afterwards. Powder Maker, and Stonemason. Now what he's going to do is right here in Skavenblight, he's going to go for a very simple basic army. Try to keep it on the cheap. Belegar Ironhammer. Let's take the Desolation of Drakenmoor. It's a Pyrrhic victory. We're going to lose a unit of hammers, which kind of sucks. But it wipes out a Wa army. And even if we are hurt, just pop him in, get a unit of hammers being produced, and then it'll be fine. Oh, that was Grimgor Ironhide himself, and we just got Hide Striker for Belegar.
Belegar Ironhammer. Yes.
Now, Glippius, you should be able to take the Veil of Woe without too much difficulty. You don't have a lot of frontline infantry, though. Yeah, let's get you another unit of Longbeards, even though it's kind of expensive to do it on remote. Fenny Bonkrinson can't do either of the two good ones yet, so let's get Wrath and Ruin. And we're just going to move these guys up a little bit so that we get them out of the log. You can get the last point in sharpened weapons, which is great for us. And then our... Wow, Brain, come here. Master Engineer can get more ammunition for our unit's army.
Who commissions me?
Because it'll be one more turn. 2 more turns. Until we can just go to war with Arcan the Black's forces. And he sent an army out somewhere up here. And then we can just take these 2 places, call it done. Proudbeard, we are going to get you to keep going up this way. He's using a lot of his scrap on these guys, which not really a thing that we got to worry about.
Can I help you?
So Nathus, we're going to get you Obdurnate, because you're going to need it. And your little army is going to run out to the gates of Jar to stop Smorbit's Bootlicka.
Time for a reckon.
And we'll take the Demon Stump. Wolflands are secure, so let's get the growth going on there.
Summon me if you dare.
And Grimuldis will get you your first point in Tactician for this round.
One
And your Runesmith is doing pretty well there. We'll get Forge Fire, which will help.
Aye.
And up in the mountains here,
Retake the realm.
move Thogrim up to go to Amble Peak. We'll take that. Then we'll swing back down and take Karakazorn. Alright, Rich is going to get his full plate armor.
Aye.
And Sparks.
Armed and ready.
You've got a pretty basic army, don't you? No, you don't. You have some elite units up front, and that's good. So I'll get you a point in Grimnir's Heirs, make those guys even better.
It's as good as done.
And while we're thinking about it, we'll just move you so we don't have to wait for the aftermath.
Onward.
Now, gotta remember to start focusing on building up some of our settlements. Because we're gonna need gold, because we have a lot of armies moving around. Once we take the west coast, though, I'm debating on where we send our 2 little slaughterers over there. The options are we could either send them across the sea into Lustria and see how things are going on over there, or we can bring them back around and try and get them on the fight on the east coast. Not really sure which would be the better way to send them, but we will come to that bridge when we have to. Kind of wish we had more forces in here right now. So we're gonna lose a runesmith in that fight. You know what? I'm okay with that.
My axe thirsts for war. You summoned me? The rune's duty is never done. What?
And Grimuldis, you should have access to gaining some more troops down here, so let's get you some old longbeards, and we'll level you up.
Yes.
Because you just had to deal with Grom the Paunch. We got large-scale shell production. We don't need gyrocoppers and gyrobombers. We do need field engineers, so reload time for artillery units is going to be great. And our High King can come up here. Just slaughter all the orcs and goblins in the mountains. Alright, and Glippy, how you doing, buddy?
As the High King commands.
Get you to go towards the Vale of Woe. Now, Jarnagrun might be a bit more of a nut to crack, but we can come to that in a minute. You've moved another army over here.
Move! Let us begin.
Get those dwarves going there.
For the wisdom of
Pop
Valyria.
Proud Beer. let's actually go with Scarred Veteran for right now. And he has a very, very basic army.
Begin. Both bound.
But we'll still keep him going through the mountains. We'll get him to come down somewhere around here.
Vengeful Ridlord.
Alright, with all this taken out,
If you say so, Beardling.
we'll get him to kind of chase this Orc and Goblin army, trap it. Greenbeard Draxlair, we have one more turn until you are needed over there, so we're just going to get you to peace out as much as possible. Can't do any recruitment there, but that's fine. And we got Emmy, who has a point to spend. We got Woundmaker there. Though we should probably take the Grudge Bearer out and send him towards Karakazorn. And let's upgrade a few things here. We got those guys down near the sump pit who are just going to be a pain in the butt, aren't they? They've got a lot of great cannons and mortars, handgunners. They're Pegasus Knights. It's a pretty decent mixed army. Do we have any lords or anything that we can put over here? Maybe we'll get Skag Mataquaz next time to deal with them. Let's actually save our coin a little bit. Karak Izor is not needing the upgrade. Be nice if we could start getting the Slayer army up. We don't need any of those. Got access to pretty much the entire Dwarven roster at this point, but we'll let the other nations go and see what happens. But I've been very considering doing the take every settlement on the map sort of playthrough. I just need to figure out which faction I want to do it with. I'd like to start off with one that's in a corner or has a really easily defensible position, which doesn't leave a lot of options because there's a lot that are surrounded on all sides. There's a few fight clubs that are all around. Thunderdomes, really. It doesn't really endear anything. Or we could just go with Bretonnia right in the center of the map and take over the entire world. But we've done a Bretonnian campaign before, so I'm not tempted to do that. We could do an Imperial campaign. We'll have to see, though. Alright, so Sparks.
I'll cast the runes.
Bump you up here for now. Let's actually check our diplomacy while we're at it. And maybe we'll do a Lizardman playthrough and just do a capture everything.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia, commoner.
If you insist.
They're at war with Hexoatl and Itza.
I accept.
Oh, we might have to send our two Dwarven forces down there to deal with Lizardmen then. That could work.
By the Heldenhammer.
We could get a defensive alliance
Praise be to Sigma.
for
What brings
8,000
you
gold.
to the Empire?
Kind of want to do that because of where they are sitting, but no.
Orders.
Keeper of whooshing.
With a Jake Court?
Of diplomacy. On behalf of
Alariel the Wraith.
Defender
I
of
don't
the
want to do that just yet because it's
ready.
going to cost us too much money. All these are getting close. Alright, so Garrison Lord has not moved. Grimuldis.
Ready.
Alright, let's do with Thulgrim first. We'll send him up here to deal with Karak Azorn.
Anad.
We could send Grimuldis up into the mountains and go the other side and take on the Veil of Titans and everything. I think that's probably the safer play.
Agreed. I've cast the runes.
And let's start getting a little bit more of our setup here.
Wisdom of Valea.
So we could declare war right now. But if we wait, we can possibly get a third army in here and help deal with all this. Because they've got a lot of armies in there, including Cetra. I think this is the last of all the Tomb Kings, to be honest. Alright, so bring a bunch of grudge throwers in for one turn.
Time for a reckoning. My axe thirsts for war.
Bob has everything there. We'll get him full plate armor. And with our pure beard.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Alright, we got armies pouring out of everywhere to deal with all the bad guys. And let's get rid of Grimnir on Nathus. Now he's got a bunch of longbeards, but he could use another cannon. So if we put him in here, we should be able to get up and help out Glippy shortly.
My anger burns bright.
Let's get another unit of those, another unit of those, and get him a cannon and an organ gun. So 3 turns he'll be able to do some more. Glippy's engineer is all set.
Time for a reckoning.
We'll occupy there. Now we're still making 3 grand a turn, which is pretty decent.
Summon me if you dare.
And we'll get the last point in Tactician, which will help him out immensely. He's got 16 on there. What can we do for special units? Grab him a couple of units of Slayers. And buildings available for upgrade. Nothing we can really do with that. That's too good. Damaged buildings, though. Karaks did a heroic victory, and we've got a lot going on. Is there anything else that we can do with our diplomacy right now? I didn't actually pay attention while I was doing it, so... No, just the one defensive alliance that would be good, but can't really do it just yet. Let's see what the other nations get up to. That's the first time I've seen the Jade Empire for the Cathayans, though. Despite the amount that I play this game, that's the first time I've run into them, which is a little weird. And we're taking down all the bad guys, which is decent. One of the things about the whole world campaign, if we do Lizardmen or something like that, it's going to be taking on some of the bigger factions.
The axe thirsts for war.
We could do that. Icky Guzzler has a big army. It's a Wa army. Pop Propbeard's only bringing in a few reinforcements. But Belegar's there. We could... Well, this could make or break how we're going to do things. If we lose this army, it's fine.
Let's just be about this.
Belegar's army goes down. Well, we'll get the heroes back. And we can restore it with all just hammers from a nicer place. Should go good, though. Well, we'll lose 2 units of hammers and completely devastate the enemy forces that are in there. And let's get another couple of units of hammers back in there. But while we're at it, let's drop the Scolder Guard. Grab another unit of Iron Breakers, since we got the 3 turns to wait anyway.
Time for a reckoning.
Pop, let's give you Scarred Veteran and Axe Lord. Your Engineer, we are going to get the Barrack Fire Handshake, which will help out a lot there.
Belegar.
Ooh. His Engineer leveled up. No, his Thane leveled up. A lot, in fact. Good.
Iron armor.
Alright, Lord hasn't moved. Thogrim, go take care of Azorn. And we're just pouring up through the mountains now. Folding the Greenskins left and right. The Mountains of Morn are now under our control. And that is a beautiful thing to see. And we're going to make Azorn's Great Hall as soon as we can.
Summon me if you dare. Onward. The throng agrees.
And we'll get Grimuldis to run, because he's going to go around here and take the Veil of Titans. Pretty sure that our treaties and everything with
Continue
the
working
western
with
provinces, yeah, we're pretty set up.
Quick.
My not, it is time.
Alright, so that's all done. Now, Glippy. Don't know if you'll be able to take that, and we've got the Falls of Doom. But, if we pop out here,
Forwards.
go to a raid stance, and raid here, that'll complete a task for us. Then we can send these two to the east to take the Falls of Doom and keep pushing that way.
Wisdom of Valea. Summon me if you
Now
dare.
this is going to be a make or break point for the campaign, at least in the west. So let's get triangulation, missile strength, which is going to do good. Our runesmith over here is going to get more armor. And our Thane already has training, doesn't have mentor yet. Working backwards there. Let's grab Deadly Blade.
To war.
Make sure everybody is ready to go for this, because it's going to be a big boost in damage. This Thane is level 45. And got it. All up top, so we'll do spread control.
It is time.
Joneth Drackbeard, you're going to declare
Duties
war.
will be settled.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, 2 turns. So, we got another couple of turns.
Let us begin.
What can we get for Greenbeard? He's going to be bringing a bunch of artillery in. Sparks, we're going to get you to raid here, and then you're going to book it across, up into the mountains, and up around this way. Probably come in near Karaks Vlag, if we can get you in there, and we'll start fighting all up and around here. That means we might actually come into conflict with the Warhost of the Apocalypse. Thorium Grudgebearer himself, we're gonna get, he is level 41. So that's 4 points there. We've got pretty much everything we want down here, don't we? Yes. Okay, stand your ground. And then we got, so that's 45, 46, 47, 48. 49, 50. Yep, he's pretty much done. I'll have to skip 1 point and something. Actually, you know what? We're going to ignore stand your ground, because he's got honored by Grimnir. Mankind. Actually, we don't need that. Humans aren't really our thing right now, and we're not going to fight the undead or the elves. He's got all of those that he needs. So yeah, we'll do stand your ground. Just makes sense. And the Thane doesn't have the ability to get that yet. Alright. We're on to making our settlements better. We only have 800 gold left. We do have a commandment available for the Mountains of Morn, which I thought I had done earlier, but apparently not. We'll let the other nations go. Getting close to the end of the episode for this week, but we'll see how it works. I'd love to see our strength rating as number 1, and there are no grudges in the Book of Grudges anymore. So the High King has officially been able to wipe them all out. Do want to get Karaks' Great Hall, though. Grimgor's Ardboys are just being pushed to the absolute limits, trying to hold on here. So we're going to have a new front that's going to open up top, and we might have to send forces down here to deal with everything in the south, because they're kind of holding on against the western provinces, and I don't want to get blindsided by Kugath. Alright, Alright, so we got one more turn before we can engage the... What does this give us? Operations training, and then gyrocopters. Pressure regulated valves doesn't really do us much. Let's actually get, because that's all we really needed for anything else. We don't need to. Let's get a little bit more. What's Oath of Loyalty? Yeah, let's do Oath of Loyalty for right now. Okay, so we got two options to where we can go here, but we're gonna pull off and go towards Firemouth.
March.
And Grimuldis. We're gonna march you around here. You're gonna take the Veil of the Titans.
Ready.
And Glippy. Without an enemy there, we can probably get you your Blade Shield, of course. But the Falls of Doom, not that bad. If we put you back into your normal stance, you should be able to take Jarnagrund. Just continue the siege, wait, and we will get some reinforcements up for you as soon as possible. Essentially, in one more turn, he's going to be coming in to help.
Grudge bearer. Onward.
Now, what do we got for enemy forces here? Some efficient stuff.
As the High King commands.
Move you up and around this way.
Time. Shoulder axes, lads. We move. What? Move. Lord of Clan
Alright, we're getting pretty set to start some of the big fights. We'll get you Rune of Grimnir here. Now that you've done your raiding for that part, let's get you running. And we're going to try and get you up and start fighting up in here. Sparks has had to clear a lot of the map.
By the King's command.
Let's assassinate him. And Arimanya's finally got another level, and we might as well get training. I want to finish him off on all the blue skills. That's good, that's good. Outpost available. We could do it for Bordeaux. Any place in here that would give us some good cavalry? Not really. Where is our outpost for... Is it Reichland? Let's upgrade that. And we will construct an outpost there. That's all we're going to do with our coin for this turn, but I want to get on to fighting the Tomb Kings, so we're going to hold on a little bit, and we are going to play at least one more turn, maybe two, see how it ends up. And it's nice that we are now, we've spread very east-west in this campaign. I'd like to get Karaks and the expedition under our banner, but...
What brings you before the heir of Lund?
We will take a defensive alliance that they want to pay us for. Hell yes. And we will pull back from there, because Jarnagrund is going to be a tough nut to crack at the best of times, and we don't want to do it with an underpowered army. He will get some reinforcements on this turn.
King acts.
Now, Thogrim,
North.
go to
We
Firemouth,
mark another grudge.
and just obliterate it.
Send me to vengeance.
It's not too bad. 20 out of 20, you should be able to get back up there, and we will pump over and get Black Fang, and then head towards these outposts soon enough. Grimuldis, though,
My axe
take the Veil of the Titans. Occupy. This might... Ooh, Dawi Dominance. I got a... I won the campaign, I guess? Ooh, Armor of Destiny is good. And that's a long campaign victory. So let's actually look at what the overall victory conditions are, because we just got 70 places under our control. What does long victory give us? Hero recruitment rank plus 10 all provinces. Wow, that is incredible. And then a campaign victory would be awesome, and we are holding firm on it. While I'm thinking about it, though, let's get Grimuldis his upgrades.
What?
Hardened armor. There you go. His army's looking good. He's got some slayers. I might actually do a Grimgor Ironhide Let's Play and do the Conquer the Entire World. I kind of want to do Lizardmen, though, to restore the balance from the old ones.
What?
And we're going to pull Glippy back for now.
Valea.
And let's get our Wrath and Ruin here. Is there any other levels that need to go? No. And they've kind of ignored this area. They're starting to spread out.
Summon me if you dare.
So they are definitely in trouble. But we're going to want the other lords. Oh, the Ice Court actually broke their alliance with us over us going to war with the Tomb Kings. Estalia is now under our control. Let's actually upgrade that, upgrade that, upgrade that. Upgrade Tobaro. And we'll get Zufbar 42 pounders. Really helps us out there. He's got his first rank there. Okay, our heroes are getting really, really good. So, definitely a bonus.
To war. The axe thirsts for war.
And a couple of levels here with
For the
Niclaus.
wisdom of Valea.
Another point in Axe Lord. Where's his hero? I won't exit the
Anad.
screen. Requisition will help. And then next turn we are going up towards Bibali.
Onward. What? Moving.
Might even set it up so that Niclaus can do the assault on Bibali.
All right. What is unthinkable?
Because the Tomb Kings aren't going to do too much there.
I'm going.
Friends of Kislev, we greet you.
Ah, okay, so what was the... Huh. Alright, well, I don't really want to go to war with the Tsarina, but if we gotta do it, we gotta do it. So, it could happen.
Time for a reckoning. Shoulder axes, lads. We move. For the wisdom of Valea.
And Belegar has another turn left.
A wise plan.
That's all of them. We're gonna give it one more turn. I'm feeling it today. So as soon as everything stops moving, we'll let the other nations go and see how it works out. A little bit more Dr. Pepper in the system. So in regards to the other things we're going to be adding to the channel over the next little bit, looking into doing a podcast section to it and a tabletop section to it, because my Dark Angels army, well, successor chapter army, ooh, a Pyrrhic victory, allow our reinforcement army to actually start the fight up top, and we can reinforce Glippy as we go. But yeah, a tabletop section and a podcast section might be coming to the channel not too long from now. Let's go with Smash the Enemy. And that could be another couple of things, so a little bit more posting and everything else that comes with it. For the research, let's get High King Authority. If we could actually confederate the other dwarven settlements, that would be ideal, in fact. Let's get one each on those. Now we do have Nathas coming through, and he's going to march up there. There's a couple of orc goblin armies there. Grab you a unit of slayers. Glippy, you can just hang on and go with him. Belegar Iron Hammer, we're going to get you to start running in here.
Vengeance.
Pup's army is going to take over someplace.
Summon me if you dare.
Now, Pup's done a very good job. He has no infantry, though, and that's kind of a stickler. So let's spend a turn getting 4 units of infantry inside here. Give him some troops back so that he has a shield wall in front of him.
Won't happen. Good.
Alright, throw Grudge Bearer.
Thirsts.
We'll
Forward.
jump you over here.
Time for a reckoning.
Get sharpen weapons for your Rune Lord Grimuldis, and we're going to head you towards
We march.
the Blood Peak. And then we can take Yeti Peak and Titan's Notch.
Summon me if you dare.
Alright, this Rune Lord has a lot of cool stuff. And we'll get Wrath and Ruin.
For the wisdom of Valea.
Move it in here.
Belts? As the High King commands. Attack!
Get you to take Bibali on.
The axe thirsts for war. To battle!
You continue the siege, because now you're under the auspices of the
Yes.
Incantation of Jar.
Aye, grudges will be settled. The throne
Let's actually see if we can get you,
agrees.
how
Move
far
it.
we can get you, and if you
Let
can
us
engage
settle
with us
this.
there. But if we take this out, that could be the end of the Tomb Kings. Not losing anything. Will Niclaus take it? Khalida, Never Living. Vampire Count, Reputation, recruit plank from missile units.
Let us begin.
Well, that was a fairly significant portion of the enemy. And the Tomb Kings are still there, but they have no settlements. And Arcan the Black's army looks like the only one left.
Let us begin. My axe thirsts
So let's actually
for
get
war.
Joneth to start running back
On to
down.
Glory for the ancestors.
And if we can head that off, they have no settlements left. They're going to start deteriorating. Greenbeard,
For the
we
wisdom
might
of
just
Valea.
dodge you out. It's grudge throwers, cannons, and yeah, organ guns. So these are kind of useless now. So let's get rid of them and free up
Time for
some
a
extra
reckoning.
space. And we're going to send our units off to help out
Aye.
in other places here pretty
Time for
quick.
a reckoning.
Niclaus, you've got Axe Lord up. Let's get you Scarred Veteran. A couple of points in there won't hurt.
Ready.
Your Master Engineer, we're going to get Triangulation and the Zufbar 42
To
Pounders.
war.
We'll get your last point of Sharpened Weapons and Forge Fire.
Onward.
So those are important. And we can get Mentor for your Thane. Alright, so that's looking great. And we want
I'll cast the rune.
Sparks to come back to normal stance because we want to be able to retreat if we need to. Scarbrand's up there with an army, and we are looking to collapse in here. Let's actually upgrade the Sump Pit again because the enemy that was attacking it is gone. And we'll upgrade the gates and everything there. That's fine. We do have a commandment here, and we'll get growth. So I think what I've decided on is that we're going to go down here and help out our buddies, our pals in the Bretonnian expedition, and go after some lizard men. Who are we at war with here? We're not at war with any of the lizard men, but the
Honor before glory.
yes, they are at war with Itza and Hexwaddle. So we will send down our forces to deal with it, because Ironbound's expedition used to be in the mountains down here. So we do have a claim down in the jungles. We will send Niclaus and Joneth down here to start fighting some lizard men. We just got to find a place where we're going to make a landing. And we're going to give it one more turn, because I'm really feeling this today, so might as well. I am going to be gone at the midpoint of this week anyway, so I was going to try and get a second video out or something along those lines, but I have to go up north for work, which is great because getting back on work, it's Ice Cube, ironically enough. So yeah, that's kind of neat. I haven't seen him before. Well, live in concert anyway. So we're gonna see how that show goes. Yeah, let's put some banners on here because I've been doing it without, and just smash Grom the Paunch. Yeah, we'll lose a unit of Slayers and decimate that. They have no good units left. Like, we have just been smashing them. Might even make this an extra long episode this week, because I want to keep going. So we'll see how it goes. Hide Striker, so much is going on, and that's the cool thing about the mod that I have installed, which is a recruit fallen legendary lords, is we can see them over and over again. You can still get those bonuses without having to worry about being wiped off the map. So we'll occupy that.
I stand defiant.
Now, Uzkalak is going to be a massive ask as far as taking things is concerned. We have a lot of units here, but we're still going to spend another turn. We'll grab some great weapon dwarves and deal with that there. And we'll send our Armanius up to smash Uzkalak if we can. We are making a ton of gold per turn right now, and if we can just start doing that, it would be great. Assaulting the garrison helps us out a lot. Our High King. Let's get his Relentless and Blade Master done over time. Emmy is with him, so let's make sure she's all stocked up. Glippy, you did some good work. We'll get you Woundmaker and Deadly Onslaught.
Yes.
And your Master Engineer is going to get Triangulation for this round. But our High King is going to go to Black Fang and take it. We have essentially taken the orcs under Grimgor from a world-ending threat to basically nothing, which is amazing. It's a great way to deal with the orcs at this point in the game, or campaign, I should say. Stay in line with things. Let's get Ancestral Grudge, because you are going to be fighting orcs and goblins.
By the Damaskron!
Now we'll let you keep that on.
It is time.
We'll chase Dusty off. And with Glippy's forces there, it should be a decisive victory. We'll take the former capital of the Chaos Dwarf realms. It's kind of amazing that, yeah, the Great Temple of Shoot desecrated. We can restore the dwarven ability up here. Nathas, we will get you Wrath and Ruin and Forge Fire, because we're going to need those. Your Master Engineer over here is going to get a point requisition, which is good, and you're going to chase down Dusty and kill him off. And by killing him off, that leaves us open. We have almost full access to the Eagle Eyrie and the Falls of Doom, which is going to be great. How many places, like, they went from strength rank 1 down to freaking 64. They have 13 settlements left. They used to have tons more than that. Who has the most settlements anyway? 41 for the western provinces, and I'm not sure how many we have. It doesn't really show in there. Let's get a barracks in here, and if we can, an armory. I am going to demolish the Rangers outpost, though, so we can get the defiled temple, or desecrated temple of Shoot. Let's take Blood Peak down, then we'll pop over the mountains and take the Yeti Peak. And the Bone Road is secure, so we're going to give it some growth.
For the wisdom of Valea.
And can't get either of those yet, so we'll get Wrath and Ruin, which is great. Alright, Niclaus, Oathkeeper, we are gonna get you... Well, we can't get you in range of that yet. Let's deal with Joneth first.
Aye, grudges will be settled.
And you'll have the honor of wiping out the Tomb Kings. Perhaps not.
Summon me if you
We'll get you to go to
dare.
Nura,
My axe thirsts for war.
and we'll bring these armies
For the
back
wisdom
down to
of Belegar.
get set up in Nusha to head out across the water and deal with
Let
the
us
forces in the
begin.
jungle. It's gonna be really cool. Got Immortality, can't get Mentor. Okay, got everything that we could possibly need up there. Don't want Lightning Strike, but I do kind of want to get Inspired Leader. So we need one more point in here, and he is rank 44. Yeah, pretty much. So let's see, we'll get Wall Breaker, because that'll help out. His Runesmith is all set up there. We'll get Wrath and Ruin. That'll bump him over to the next one shortly.
For the wisdom of Valea.
And we've got both points in Zufbar 42 Pounder, which is
Time
good.
for a
That's a couple of
reckoning.
shots of it during the fights. Deadly Blade there.
What?
And I believe he's got everything, so we'll get Assassinate. What's Babali got for what we can use? Let's upgrade that. Sparks Copperbot. We're gonna get you to come in, because Volkstrad is now under Abu's command. Huh, I've never seen Plesk as a city before.
I'm off.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Sarthoriel, the Everwatcher, is there. That's not a great thing.
You cannot manipulate me.
We don't want to deal with those buildings too much. We don't need outposts. We're going to give it one or two more turns. I'm really feeling the campaign right now, and I kind of want to push and see if we can get towards a total campaign victory, or at least have some more fun. Because with all I'm working on for the channel, I don't know if it's going to be next week, or the week after, or maybe next month when I start getting in on all this sort of stuff. But I do want to expand and get the podcast going. I do want to expand and get the tabletop stuff going. I've been working on my army relentlessly over the last week to try and get it all sorted. But it's taking time, so there's going to be more than that. I have to get the camera equipment, the proper stuff. It's going to cost a pretty penny to set that up. We will take a trade agreement with Illyrian. That's good.
Incarnate.
Alright, Mount Silver Spear got raided. Which is not cool. Alright. Let's go in here, and we'll go with Veteran's Pride. Upkeep for Longbeards. And then we want to get to that, because Thane's recruitment rank for Hammers and for Longbeards. That'll help us out immensely.
It shall be done.
Alright, Belegar Ironhammer. What we're going to do is we're going to send Pup back to deal with those Savage Orcs.
By the Grudge Bearer's will.
Because we don't need that extra army there.
Lord of the Anglin.
Belegar, let's do a assault on the garrison there first. Might as well get training because we want all the blue skills for Arimanius. And then we will send Belegar up to Uzkalak. And there's some more dead orcs and goblins. And Zorna's Cool is now under our control. Get an iron mine going here. And we can actually get hammerers and rune breakers here, which is cool. We have 4 units of
Belegar
Warlords with great weapons. Which is not great, but it's not terrible either.
To war!
Alright, so Thorgrim,
Very well.
we're gonna get you to pop over here,
on, then.
and you're gonna go after the Eagle Eyries.
Ha ha!
Glippy, you and
What do you
Nathus
want?
are gonna go up this way.
Strategy beyond compare.
I'm a rune lord, not some smith. I'll get
And we'll
on.
take the Falls of Doom there.
Ready. My axe thirsts for
Grimuldis can
war.
just pop down to Yeti
Onward.
Peak. Now Niclaus, that still wasn't the end of
My axe thirsts for war. We march.
our foes that are the Tomb Kings. Alright, so
To
Joneth
war.
is set.
Let us begin.
Greenbeard is not set yet, and Niclaus
Summon me
is
if
set.
you dare.
It's going to take a little bit to get them replenished, but let's see what we can do on...
It is time.
Let's upgrade that there. And let's in fact go to Karaks. We have a ton of cash now. We could probably support an entire another army, which wouldn't be too bad. But let's get that up there. That up there. Let's actually cancel the Slayer one and get that going. And that going. So that'll help. Sparks.
I'll get on it.
Be gone, featherless.
Alright, Sparks might be in a little bit of trouble, but that's fine. These Savage Orcs are just a pain. Alright, well, let the other nations go. We're gonna give it one more turn at least. Because I'm in that one more turn mode. It's good. I gotta wait for some laundry to be done anyway, so we're going good. The wonders of being an adult, right? A heroic victory over here against Cetra the Imperishable, who is now perished. So this is a very valuable and profitable area in the center here. I'm thinking we're going to create another lord to send out to assist in the east. There was a settlement besieged in there. Margreta.
Do not betray your king.
You don't even need to send a lord over there. And the followers of Nagash are gone.
For the wisdom of Valea. As the High King commands.
Let's gather for Greenbeard another couple of sets of infantry. That'll work there.
Let us begin.
Pop you down into that stance. Alright, Belegar.
For vengeance.
Take Dwarvislav. Because we are getting up towards the lost Karaks that have been like desecrated ground for eons.
Very well. I will do as you ask.
We are steamrolling pretty good though. And the orcs own Frozen Landing and the rest of this.
Send me to vengeance. For the Karazhan Corps.
Just keep handing losses to the orcs.
One round.
Are we actually going to see a world that is free of them? Oh, and the Falls of Doom are underneath our friends and allies. Who are the Dolgan?
There is no surrender, scum of
They're
Grumble.
vassals
Only
of
death.
the Heralds of the Tempest. So we're going to need forces to come through and take care of them eventually too. So
Onward.
you guys are going to start booking it up towards that region.
Iron will. My axe thirsts for war.
Grab the other rank blade shield, and let's toss you back into your combat stance to take Yeti Peak. And that takes care of Yeti Peak, which is actually the capital of this area, which didn't realize that. And let's get Wrath and actually no, Rune of Grimbear, so you can be shot at a little bit more. Then we can take Titan's Notch and go up to Karaks and push through. I was so hoping to be able to get Joneth out onto the water this week. So let's get Rune of Grimbear for you. Make you a little bit better there. Possibly do that. Unassigned skill points. Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Let's get your other point in Relentless. Emmy.
The realms.
We'll grab you your last hard to hit. Is there anyone else who can level up? Nope, but we have lots of forces now.
To war.
And Pup, we are sending you back down quickly to deal with those savage orcs.
Belts.
Probably use you as the bulwark faction that we're going to send against the forces of Nurgle.
Wrong is mustard.
Shady Wolfherda
Scum.
failed to assassinate. Building upgrades. Akendorf can get upgraded. We'll upgrade the port there as well. And we'll upgrade that and that. That'll be good for that turn. And let's give it one more, and that's where we'll call it for this week. You know, a little bit longer of an episode. I forgot about Sparks being where he was, but he's still going to be hobbled for a turn or two. We'll have to pay attention to him when we get up there, but let's give it one more turn, see where we're sitting at, and we can possibly launch our expedition to get across to Lustria and see what Joneth and Niclaus do with Greenbeard, who's actually based on William from our D&D group. He's a great guy. I know I haven't been describing who these people are, really, but Seeker's done. Longbeard units cost less to upkeep. Got a couple of stonemasons. Let's do our research first, because it's going to be our last turn of the week. Storage vault. Improve blast charges. Yeah, let's do blast charges, because we got a lot of those now.
I suppose so. I'm chuffed.
Oh, he's got a smasher of corn. No, there's nothing special to taking care of Doom.
Revenge incarnate. Dragon.
We're just going to chase down the last of the orc strongholds. I didn't think he would get in there to attack it this turn. We'll assassinate Shady Wolfherda if we can.
It is agreed.
Knock him out of the fray for a little bit. He may never see the light of day again.
Grimbear's axe thirsts. For chaos.
Now that's an elite unit, so we want Thorgrim to get his army back up a little bit. Karaks is a place that we could take,
I agree. Move the
so we'll send him up that way to take that. Grimuldis can take the Titan's Notch, and then they'll come in towards Gorger Rock and take it together, while we have the other two armies coming up from the side. I wonder what Grimgor's status is right now, like where he is rank-wise. Giant lands are under our control. We'll just toss growth on them. It's not like we're going to do anything with them. They're just there to be under our control and give us money. We'll get the last point in Tactician. This is our 42 pounders. Alright, let's get
one rug.
Glippy, you are the weaker of the two. We are going to get you to stay behind.
Forwards.
Upgrade that, why not?
Thirsts for war.
Now, they're not fully healed up yet, and they are going to be going up against a pretty bitter enemy when we send them down.
Let us begin.
But with 3 armies, we should be able to make a good stance. And who's got the shortest movement range out of the
Time
three?
for a reckoning. Sure enough. One rag.
Actually, let's swap them over to full speed.
Aye, grudges will be settled. Aye, grudges will be settled. For the wisdom of Valea. My axe thirsts for war.
We'll keep the three dwarven fleets together, and we are going to sail down, and we're going to land either at Tlax, or near the Poxmarsh, or the Awakening. I would actually prefer to land near Scar Tower, take this and the Fuming Serpent, and then we have a solid place to invade the western lands, or the eastern part of Lustria from. But Tlax is probably where we're going to land, because I want to keep them on the water as short a time as possible. So the longer they're out there, the more we are going to have to sit and wait for them to regen.
Move. Time for a reckoning.
Alright, we'll get... Oh, wait. Nope. No. Not reset all. Let's just reset what we were doing there. Grab hardened armor. And we'll do an upgrade there. Upgrade there. We are making a ton of money per turn. Let's see what we can do with diplomacy before we call her a week. You are at war with Tic-Tac-Toe, which we don't want. Alright, that works there.
Who seeks me? What do you want?
Alright, let's do this. Avalorn, we want to do a trade agreement with.
Flower of the god. Yes.
At your service.
Attain we can't do much with now, because they have a military alliance
will
with
hear
people,
your words,
and we
but I
can't
make-
afford it. Military access,
I am
defensive
the blood-
alliances,
the
and Empire. We're doing good, we're doing good. And we have outposts available. Do we have any Elven outposts? Golden Order, Cult of Sigmar. No, we're not allied with any of the elves just yet. We could upgrade one of our outposts, though. War coordination. Which outpost do we have? Outpost. We should actually build one for our friends here. Not Poxmarsh. Yeah, right there. We're going to build an outpost. Don't need that. Can't upgrade that one right now. Construct an outpost there. And we can't upgrade those just yet. So that's what we'll do. And we'll probably get some mercenaries in later. Let the other nations go, and then we'll call it for the week. See how it comes out. Close defeat at Crookback Mountain, which is fine. Are they going to take it? No, they're just going to sack it. And that's where we have army coming in. Mine dispute, or let's actually give it to the opposing clan. That's fine. Slatland's gone. Alright, but that's going to do it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.